So let's begin with 3 ohms. Take a deep breath in. So as usual, we begin with our disclaimer. When you attend this session, you do so with the understanding you're responsible for your own well-being. You should make sure whatever you do is within your capacity. The rule of yoga is whatever you do must be done with very light effort, such light effort so that you can have meditative engrossment within whatever you're doing. So with that as the guidance, you can keep your awareness within all the time. If you don't need to see what you're doing, you can keep the eyes closed and not only be aware of how you feel within, but also watch your breath. If the breath is slow and smooth, you're unlikely to do jerky motions or fast motions, which may hurt you in some way. So with that as the caution, let's begin. Bring your awareness to the perineum. We'll begin with the chakra vibrations, LUM, pressing on the little finger as you squeeze at the perineum. LUM.
We haven't finished VUM yet.
Oh, we are doing LUM. LUM. Release the fingers. Continue. LUM. Bring the awareness an inch or so above the perineum and pressing on the ring finger, we do VUM. Take a deep breath in. VUM. Release the fingers. Continue. Now bring the awareness behind the navel in the middle of the body, and there we do RUM, pressing on the middle finger. Ram.
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 Ram. Ram.
Ram.
Release the fingers and continue. Ram.
Ram.
Ram. Now, bring the awareness to the middle of the chest, and there we do Yam, pressing on the index finger of the thumb.
Yum.
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 Yum. Release the fingers, continue. Yum. Bring the awareness to the throat, and here we do hum, thumbs up, loose fist. Hum.
Hum.
Release the hands, continue. Last time. Middle of the head, we do chum, thumbs up, loose fist. Chum. Chum. Release the hand, continue. Now we bring the awareness to the top of the head, and there we do Om, thumbs up, loose fist. Release the hand. Continue. Now we go on to the Ujjayi Pranayama, the happy face breathing. So those of you who know it, please proceed. Keep the palms open, thumbs up. And those of you who need instructions, bring the awareness to the lowermost part of the mouth that connects into the neck. Keeping the focus there, make a big smile with the cheeks coming out and observe a slight stretch in the bottommost part of the mouth. Keeping the focus on the stretch, inhale and exhale in slow, deep breaths. Continue and make sure the effort is light so that you can have meditative focus. Now, as we continue the Ujjayi, we can go to shoulder rotations. Inhale, lift up the shoulders. Exhale, rotate it back and slowly bring it down. Last exhalation. As we continue with Ujjayi now, bring the hands together, and as you inhale, stretch out, and exhale, come in. And as you inhale and stretch out, gently tilt your head upward, and as you exhale, gently tilt it downward. Last exhalation. Keep the palms together. Inhale and stretch up. Exhale, bring the hands down by the sides. Continue the Ujjayi. Inhale, stretch up and look up. Exhale as you bring the chin down. Last inhalation. Exhale. Now we go on to the neck exercises. As you exhale, gently tilt your head to one side. And as you inhale, come back up. Exhale, tilt the other way, bring the ear towards the shoulder. Inhale, come back up and continue. Last exhalation. Inhale, come back up. Now we turn the head to the four sides, right, left, back, and chin down. And for the right, left, and back, we do the sound ah. For chin down, we do the sound ma. And let's begin the first round, turning right 3 times in the first round in each position. To the left. To the back. Chin to the chest. Second round, we do twice in each direction. To the right, take a deep breath in. To the left. To the back. Chin to the chest. Now, third round, once in each direction. Take a deep breath into the right. To the left. To the back. Chin to the chest. Straighten the head and bring your awareness to the head. And focusing on the head, we do or Om, whichever is preferred by you, whichever makes you feel better. We do 3 times. Now, we can bring the chin down to the chest and we go 360 degrees around the neck. Inhale, half a circle, and exhale, complete the circle. Last inhalation and last exhalation. Let's go reverse. Last inhalation and last exhalation. Now we can stretch out the hands in front of us, palm facing the floor. Inhale, lift up the palms perpendicular to the forearm and stretch out the fingers as wide as possible. Exhale, thumb into the palm and a downward facing fist. Inhale up and stretch. Exhale, fist down. Continue. Last inhalation, stretch and exhale, come down. Now we go around the wrist. Inhale, half a circle. Exhale, complete the circle and continue. Last inhalation and last exhalation. Let's go reverse. Last exhalation, let's go reverse. No, we have done that. So now elbows in line with the shoulders, fist below the chin. Inhale, go around the wrist, open out the palms, and exhale, close the fist and come down again. Last inhalation and last exhalation. Let's go reverse. Last inhalation and last exhalation. Interlock the fingers, bring it behind the head, your knuckles at the back of the head. Stretch out the elbows and stretch out the shoulders. And as you exhale, twist to one side, inhale, come back. Exhale, twist the other way, inhale, come back, and continue. Last exhalation, inhale, come back. Get hold of the elbows behind the head. As you exhale, pull on one elbow, inhale, come back. Exhale, pull on the other elbow, inhale, come back, and continue. Last exhalation, inhale, come back. Bring the hands behind the back. Get hold of the elbows or wherever you can reach. Take a deep breath in, pull back the shoulders, expand the chest, and as you exhale, twist to one side. Inhale, come back. Exhale, twist the other way. Inhale, come back. Continue. Last exhalation, inhale, come back. Get hold of the hips behind the back. As you inhale, push on one hand and make a backward arch. Exhale, come forward. Inhale, push on the other hand and make a backward arch. Exhale, come forward. Continue. Last inhalation and last exhalation. Now cross one leg over the other, and as you exhale, hold the knee that's on the top and pull it towards the opposite shoulder. Inhale, release. Exhale, pull and turn. Last exhalation, pull and turn. Inhale, release. Let's cross over the other leg. Exhale, pull and turn. Last exhalation, pull and turn. Inhale, and we can stand up. As we inhale, we can bend at the knees. Exhale, come up. Feel the stretch in the ankles and the loosening of the knees. Last inhalation, last exhalation. Now keep the feet comfortably apart and we go around the hip. Inhale half a circle and exhale, complete the circle. Last inhalation and last exhalation. Let's go reverse. Last exhalation. Now we can do the pelvic bend. And those of you who don't have good balance, you can be seated. And the others, keep the feet shoulder width apart or a little bit more so that you are well firmly anchored. Bring your hands behind the back. Get hold of the elbows. Take a deep breath in. Pull back the shoulders. Lift up the chin. And stay there. We'll stay there for 5 breaths. Feel the stretch in the lowermost part of the spine. Inhale and exhale. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, slowly come up and bend at the hips and come forward. Keep the chin up and keep the shoulder pulled back. Inhale and exhale into the stretch you feel from the hips all the way down to the feet. Slowly inhale and come up. Take your seat and we do the alternate nostril breathing. Begin inhalation from the left nostril. Exhale from the right. Inhale from the right. Exhale through the left. And you can keep the visualization of the opposite flow. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Continue. Now we can go on to one round of Bhastrika. So let's get ready. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 4. Exhale. 5. Exhale. 6. Exhale. 7. Exhale. 8. Exhale. 9. Exhale. 10. Exhale. 11. Exhale. 12. Exhale. 13. Exhale. 14. Exhale. 15. Exhale. 60. Exhale. 70. Exhale. 80. Exhale. 90. Exhale. 20. Exhale. We do the Ujjayi Kumbhaka like we do normally, and then one Brahmari. Now, bring the awareness to the chest area. Once you're finished with the Brahmari, and we do the mantra Haim. So mentally visualize the lungs vibrating. Haim, 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 Haim. Now, those of you who have any throat related issues, you can do Home mantra, visualizing it rising from the throat and going out of the top of the head. For the entire respiratory stimulation, visualize a rising vibration from below the sternum, the lowermost part of the sternum, rising through you and going out of the top of the head with the three mantra vibrations. Haim Em Haim Em Haim Em So whichever is most relevant for you, you can use it. Now we go on to the spinal mantra. So today we will do the slow recording. We do the 7 mantras from the feet and ankle to the knees to the lowermost part of the spine, which is in between the buttocks and the back, and then the lumbar spine, the thoracic spine, the cervical spine in the neck, and then in the back of the head, in the very top, called the Shikha point. The mantra for the feet and neck are the same, that is Aim. Now let us begin from the feet and ankle with mantra Aim, moving to knees where we vibrate Shim, and move on to the base of the spine where we do Jim. Aim, Shim, 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 Jim. Now we move from the base of the spine to the lumbar region, then to the thoracic or the back region of the spine with Jim, Jaim, Haim. So let's go. Jim, Jaim, Haim. 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 Now we move from the thoracic spine to the spine and the neck to the back of the head with Haim, Aim, Om. Let's go. Haim, Aim, Om. 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 Now we do all the 7 mantras in sequence, starting from the feet and ankle. Aim, Shim, Jim, Jaim, Haim, Aim, Om. 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 Aim, Shim, Jim, Jaim, Haim, Aim, Om.
Aim, shim, jim, jime, haim, aim, o. 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 Aim, shim, jim, jime, haim, aim, o.
Now we can go on to our Bhastrika. Let's get ready. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 4. Exhale. 5. Exhale. 6. Exhale. 7. Exhale. 8. Exhale. 9. Exhale. 10. Exhale. 11. Exhale. 12. Exhale. 13. Exhale. 14. Exhale. 15. Exhale. 60. Exhale. 70. Exhale. 80. Exhale. 90. Exhale. 20. Exhale. Let's go on to the Ujjayi Kumbhaka followed by Brahmari. Now we can get ready for the next round of Bhastrika. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2. Inhale. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 4. Exhale. 5. Exhale. 6. Exhale. 7. Exhale. 8. Exhale. 9. Exhale. 10. Exhale. 12. Exhale. 30. Exhale. 40. Exhale. 50. Exhale. 60. Exhale. 70. Exhale. 80. Exhale. 90. Exhale. 20. Exhale. Ujjayi Kumbhaka followed by Bhramari. We can now go on to the last round of Bhastrika. Get ready. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2. Exhale. 3. Exhale. 4. Exhale. 5. Exhale. 6. Exhale. 7. Exhale. 8. Exhale. 9. Exhale. 10. Exhale. 11. Exhale. 12. Exhale. third, exhale, fourth, exhale, fifth, exhale, sixth, exhale, seventh, exhale, eighth, exhale, ninth, exhale, 20, exhale. Ujjayi Kumbhaka followed by Bhramari. Now we can get ready for meditation. Mentally tell yourself, I give up all ideas and concepts and I care about nothing. I let go of everything, I let go of everything, I let go of everything. As you let go of everything, feel the body, particularly the shoulders, feel a little lighter. If you have a preferred method of meditation, you can do it. Otherwise, visualize a rising vibration from the lowermost part of the sternum, going through the body and out of the top of the head. And that vibration is visualized as 3 syllables. Haim Em Om, Haim Em Om, Haim Em Om. And we will have Om playing in the background. Mentally affirm to yourself, may I be guided to fulfill the purpose for which I am born. Become aware of the senses from the top of the head all the way down to the bottom of the feet. And whenever you're ready to open your eyes, raise the palm of your hands and look straight into the palm of your hands when you open your eyes. So with that, we end our practice session. But today being Sunday, we can have our discussion. One topic that has been suggested is Swadharma. So we can talk about it. And those of you who are in the panelists, if you want to talk, you can always talk. I have given that this thing. So anybody who has a question, feel free to speak up. Okay. So the question was Swadharma. Is there any other question or thoughts you want to ask? Okay.
Hello, my name. Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
I'm Gopal Chidambaram, Toronto.
Okay.
I started the evening program. Thank you very much.
Okay, you're welcome. Nice that you could join us.
Yes, I had so many health issues. And, we had liver transplant. And this year has been not a quite good year. So I finally resolved I should improve my breathing practice. So I just joined it. Thank you so much.
Okay, you're very welcome. Okay, so the question that was there in the chat box was, what is Swadharma and how to find purpose in our life? Okay, so from a yogic perspective, we say Swadharma, you get to have clarity of it when you do daily meditation and you have the calmness and awareness within. Intuitively, you sense what you should be doing. And in the Tantra approach, they say this is the expression of pure sankalpa. That means in the pure state, there is inner guidance as to what you should be doing. So that is the best way of knowing the one Swadharma. However, commonly for people who may not have that, there is another easier way in which you can know your Swadharma also. And that easier way to know is you don't have to go looking for your Swadharma. Your Swadharma always comes and stands in front of you. So when things come in front of you, don't negate them, but of course, just evaluate them and, decide what is right and feels right. Of course, when I say that, I don't mean that you have to take telemarketers seriously and people who call on your phone and knocking on your door. That's not what I mean. But the part is that when you have situations relating to family, friends, and people that come in front of you, just engage with it in a way that you feel right within yourself. And because what comes in front of you is usually what requires your Swadharma and your action. So that is the quick summary on Swadharma. Any other questions or discussion thoughts?
Yes, I have one question for you.
Yes.
So what is the difference between this and self-introspection? How do you elaborate that?
Okay. What about, to self-introspect means you're basically within yourself asking the question, right? Now, your question is, what is the difference between self-introspection and intuitively figuring out your Swadharma? That was your question, right?
Right.
Okay. the interesting part is all intuitive elements commonly begin with inquiry, which is the self-introspection, except in one case. That one case is in the pure chitta state. That means all your karma kleshas are all exhausted. In that state, you don't have to go and do any introspection. Automatically within you know you have to do this. Whereas when you're not in that state, you need to mentally ask that introspection. And that is what, from a yoga perspective, they say it is the threefold process of dharana, dhyana, samadhi, which is called the samyama process. So you mentally ask the question, you go into meditation, and then the answer comes in meditation, that the samyama process. So there, of course, the asking the question and going into it, that becomes the kind of introspection process that you talk about. Right?
I hear these words like, if you look at the Bhagavad Gita, Ramayana, Mahabharata, Upanishads, there is one word called Swadhyaya.
Yes.
They use all over. Why do they have to use it? What is the real meaning of it? Why? Is that the same thing like self-introspection or something else?
I will actually explain that in greater detail. You see, in Yoga Sutra, there is one particular sutra which I consider the most important sutra that tells you about Swadharma. And that most important sutra, I'm going to mute people who are not talking so that there is no feedback. Okay. So so in that one, the most important sutra is how it describes Kriya Yoga, which is the same as Karma Yoga in Bhagavad Gita and all that. In the Yoga Sutra language, it is called Kriya Yoga. So the sutra goes, Tapas Swadhyaya Ishvara Pranidhana Kriya Yoga, right? So the thing is basically Swadhyaya comes over there. So the idea is anytime you're engaged in any kind of activity, action, whatever, if you mentally work with Ishvara Pranidhana, that is the idea of surrender to God, then in which case what happens is automatically the reactivity is less, but at the same time you mentally ask why. If you mentally ask why with the idea of surrender to God, that mental asking of why is the Swadhyaya. Now Swadhyaya can only happen, the word dhya means to go beyond the mind. Okay, so the thing is basically you need to go and connect into the cosmic intelligence, but when you surrender to God and at the same time mentally ask why me, why is this happening, or whatever, what should I be doing, then in which case whatever you're engaging with, you're not reacting because you have surrendered to God, which means there is no new karmas forming, but at the same time the old karmas get exhausted by engaging in a situation where you're not reacting because you have surrendered all that to mentally to God. So what happens is the tapas element is the element of purification, burning of karmas. So tapas, swadhyaya and Ishvara Pranidhana, when these three are combined together, that is what you can call as karma yoga. Living your full life with an attitude of surrender to God, but with an inquiry in your mind, why is this happening, why me, whatever. And because you don't get affected by whatever you're encountering, because you have surrendered to God, there is no new karmas forming and your old karmas burn off fast. So that is the process of karma yoga, which is completely all about doing your swadharma.
Okay.
Swadhyaya is important. Unless you ask, you will not get the answer.
It's true.
So, yes. So, Suresh Purohit, you wanted to say something. Go ahead. You can unmute.
My question is karma. Karma is applied to only humans. So how about this all creatures when universe created? God created so all many creatures and slowly by evolution, the human form came. So how this karma affects this non-human creatures?
Okay.
This is
See, from the yogic understanding, there are two categories. One category is called sentient beings, ability to think. And the other elements of creations are non-sentient or what is called jada. So whatever is in the non-reactive stage, for them, there is no reaction, so there is no karma. But they can have kleshas. The concept of klesha is everything has been given a particular program, how they should function. So that is there. Whereas reactivity is only there for thinking people. So only thinking people can have karma. And only thinking beings, as it is said in I'm shifting to Sankhya philosophy, only thinking beings have the buddhi element to go and seek and realize, self-realization, whereby you go outside the rebirth cycle and realize the nature of existence. And as the Yoga Sutra says, the finality is one of two types. One is you become connected with God permanently, the concept of being in heaven with God, connected over there, or you become one with the energy of the cosmic flow. So these are the two final states. Energy flow means you completely dissolve. There is no entity left after that. So these are the two final states that are explained in the Yoga Sutras.
But in karmas, they say that if you do the bad karma, you go back to the human, to the take a rebirth in dog or cow. Or other. So how this creature came back to the humanity?
Okay, you have asked a different question. The first question you asked was why humans have karma because of reaction.
That's right. This is a different question.
Yeah. So this different question you are asking is about rebirth. With respect to rebirth, there are the key element is where is your awareness in the last moment of your life? That is at the last moment when you're ready for leaving the body. That is what determines where you come back. Okay? So what happens is within the general yogic system, even the Vedic system, the way in which it is explained is that we have these 8 chakras, not 7. The lower chakras, the Muladhara chakra is the state of lack of thinking awareness. Swadhisthana chakra is the self-centered thinking. The Manipura chakra is group-centered thinking. The Anahata chakra is humanitarian thinking. The Vishuddhi chakra in the throat is inquiry, what is beyond the physical world. The Ajna chakra is the thinking of assumptions. If this is what somebody tells you that this is what existence is all about, or your belief structure from your religion, whatever you believe in, those are all in the Ajna chakra awareness. But when you feel, how does all of this matter, and you have the Vairagya Bhav, then you come to the 7th chakra, Sahasrara. The 8th chakra is the Atma chakra, which is actually towards the front of the body, not in the middle of the body like the other chakra. And that is considered the place of full awareness of purpose of life. In other words, you have the Vairagya Bhav that is not being affected by anything, but at the same time, you have a purpose of engagement in your duty, your Swadharma. So that state is actually called sannyasa. Sannyasa does not mean giving up stuff. Sannyasa means to be with full awareness. So as is called samyak nyasa, that is with full awareness. I'm going to mute people who are not involved because it's creating a feedback. So, so these are the 8 levels of awareness we are in. The moment at the last moment in birth, if a person's awareness is below the throat, above the throat means at the throat or above, they have gone to thinking of beyond the physical world. They don't come back into the physical world. But if it is below that, depending upon which level there is in and where your associations are, you will come back to the physical world. So that is but then if you're above in the Vishuddhi Chakra or above in your last moment of your life, then it may not be true that all your karmas and everything is dissolved. Because if it is not dissolved, that is the reason you give offering to the soul that has departed. It is said they reside in Pitarloka. So when you give all of these offering, you dissolve their attachment, the karmas. And this is the reason in many of the Shraddha ceremonies, you ask people to come over there and to take the karmas of this soul that has departed. And in turn, you give them the, whether money or feeding them, clothing and all of these things. So by taking on the karma of what has departed, that thing gets, the karmas begin to dissolve. And if there are more karmas involved over there, that is the reason where the annual shraddhas come in, that some people will observe for many, many years till that soul is dissolved. Now, of course, most people don't know when it is dissolved or not. So what happens is people just continue by faith and they go for many years, but that is the system. So in other words, if you have affinity towards a god in your last moment of your life, you will be born as a dog. Otherwise, depending upon where your thoughts are in the last moment of your life, that's where you will go. That is the understanding of the deeper spiritual element.
Thank you, Dr.
Yeah. Yes. So, Premji, go ahead. Yes.
Whatever we go through, we say this is our karma, the past karma. So if we go through hard time because of the bad karma in the past, so how do you mitigate those sufferings and correct those in the current life?
See, there is a very interesting difference in the yogic concept between what is called klesha and what is called karma. Karmas come from reaction. Klesha is the original program of creation allocated to each soul. Okay? So what happens is, kleshas you cannot get rid of. But karmas are very easy to get rid of, particularly the karmas in the current lifetime. Previous lifetime karmas are a different matter. But in the current lifetime, if you create any karmas by your reaction, by mentally being able to be unaffected in the later stages of your life, even the old karmas can be dissolved. Old karmas that you committed when you were younger in this lifetime, everything will get dissolved.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You have to just let them go. By the way, in Catholicism, Roman Catholicism, the concept of confession is exactly that. By mentally letting it go, you let go, it goes away.
We don't have the same concept in our Hindu Dharma.
Of course there is. But it is done on an annual basis, not on whenever you feel like.
Okay.
Actually, the Shravani Purnima day, when people change their thread, in the first, they do this mental, this japa. It's a mental affirmation they do for 2.5 hours. And they basically say that everything that I have done by desire or anger, I'm not the cause of it. I'm not the desire or the anger that made all of this happen. So I'm letting go of it. I'm letting go all of it. You mentally affirm to yourself. They do it for 1008 times. And they call it as the Kamo Karishi Maha Mantra Japa, where you let go of all of it and it goes up.
Is that being practiced here in this country? I have not seen any group are doing this kind of thing.
See, what happens is there are a lot of misconceptions about the Vedic system. In fact, what happens is the people all think the sacred thread is only for people who come from, Brahmin traditions and things like that, and that's the way it has become. But in reality, everybody is eligible to wear the sacred thread. It is called the Yajna Upavita. So if you're going to do any havan or whatever, you have that. Any yajna you do in life, it is something that stays with you. So everybody is eligible for it. But what has happened is, because of various wrong ideas that have come through the period of time, people have, don't realize that. And so as part of changing the sacred thread, it is done in a ritualistic way. So people who don't follow that anymore have forgotten all about it.
Can you do initiate on the Zoom that particular day, the whole group does it together?
Just 1 second. There are too many people who are unmuted, and so that's creating feedback. Anyway, so maybe what I will do is I will reduce my volume. Okay. So what happens is, this is a mental affirmation. So you can do it anytime. Okay? You tell yourself, I'm letting go of everything. Whatever happened before, whether it was meant to happen and why it happened, I don't know. I'm not the doer. I'm simply the instrument that is doing everything. So I'm letting go of everything. So, whatever happened in the past, it is of the past. I'm letting go of everything. I'm not the doer. You mentally affirm to yourself, and that takes care of it. It's a very simple process of getting rid of karmas.
When do you have to do it? Anytime?
You can do it whenever you feel like.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I thought we have to do a group activity.
No, actually the karma cleansing activity, the chakra vibrations we do, automatically takes care of it. And there is the other, karma cleansing technique, which we did in the retreat. It's a little more complex and not amenable to daily practice because people have to learn it, right? So that is why we don't do it over here in our daily practice, but that's even more powerful.
Thank you.
And maybe you should plan to come to the retreat this coming March.
Okay, we'll see.
In Florida.
Okay.
It's there on the website.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
The retreat was fun. I put my deposit down today or yesterday. Doctor, can you hear me?
I hear you.
I was wondering, I started, we're talking about purpose, and so a friend had me read this book, right? Because we were talking about something and she read it. And it has to do with like your Svadharma.
Svadharma, yeah.
Defining it, and it had to do with your birth numbers. Do you ever, like, when someone gives you a birthday, I'm sure you probably don't read what this guy said when someone gives you a birthday for what a numbers mean, but like, really, how do you perceive numbers and the value of I know it's a big thing, but thank you for smiling and at least seeing where we can.
I'll answer that question.
Thank you.
You see, what happens is, looking at numerology, numbers, and looking at astral chart, the astrology chart of people when they were born and all of that are considered as correlation indicators of fruitioning of person's karma and klesha when they are born into a particular life, into a particular situation in life, who your parents were, where you're born, under what circumstances. All of that is according to the karma kleshas you had, you are born over there to fulfill that. Okay? So what happens is, so indeed, numerology and all these position of the planets in your astrological chart, all of that are supposed to be indicators of that. Okay? So by looking at the indicators of that, if you can figure out where your Swadharma is, so be it. But the thing is, basically, that is only a correlation. It's only an approximate thing. But exactness you can only know when through the meditative process you keep an open mind and you feel it. And in a very Christian way, what you would say is look into the voice of your conscience. And as they say, that if you stop listening to the voice of your conscience, which is the meditative, intuitive connectivity, it stops, because you no longer have the connectivity to listen to it, right? So that is a higher level. Whereas if you want to go to numerology, if you want to go to astrology, that's your choice, and it could be a beginning step.
Like just to learn, I think it was, I had asked God to teach me about numerology, and then my friend recommended this book, and I didn't even know there was numerology in it, which was pretty funny. So anyway, yeah, all right, thank you. And my mom's number is the same number as mine, like the charting part. That's kind of cool. But anyway,
Can you see correlation in how your mother's life unfolded and yours?
no. It was very different.
Okay.
I see. So your point is very right there, that it doesn't really say. And yeah, and it also just reminds you not to judge other people, because we're all here for something.
Okay. Any other last question? Thoughts? So thank you, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow. Namaste.